If I were a lion, I would roar loudly. If I were a lion, I'd roar loudly. If I were a fish, I would swim gracefully. If I were a fish, I'd swim gracefully. If I were an elephant, I'd stomp my feet. If I were an elephant, I'd stomp my feet. If I were a monkey, I would swing from tree to tree. If I were a monkey, I'd swing from tree to tree. If I were a rabbit, I'd hop, hop, hop. If I were a rabbit, I'd hop around. If I were a butterfly, I would flap my wings. If I were a butterfly, I would flutter my wings. If I were a kangaroo, I'd jump high. If I were a kangaroo, I'd jump high. If I were a frog, I would croak. If I were a frog, I would croak.